Deep in the heart of Kyoto, there was a narrow road lined with cherry trees that locals avoided after sunset. It wasn't because of wild animals or bandits, but because of the whispers, stories passed down for generations. They spoke of a Nopperabō, the faceless one, a yokai with the uncanny ability to mimic a human form, until the moment it revealed its horrifying truth, a smooth, featureless face devoid of eyes, nose, or mouth. Legends claimed the Nopperabō was once human, a greedy merchant cursed by a spirit for betraying his family. In life, he had traded his honor for wealth, and in death, his punishment was eternal anonymity, stripped of his identity and forever doomed to wander, forgotten and feared. One rainy evening, a traveling merchant named Ren was making his way home along the forbidden road. The weather had delayed him, and though the sun had long set, he pressed on, convinced the stories were mere superstitions. His lantern swayed as he trudged through the downpour, the flickering light casting eerie shadows on the wet road. Ahead, a figure appeared, cloaked in a simple kimono, standing beneath the overhang of a torii gate. At first, Ren was relieved to see another traveler. As he approached, he called out, "Are you lost, friend?" The road ahead is treacherous. The figure turned slowly, the movements deliberate, almost too smooth. Ren stopped in his tracks. Something felt off. The person was too still, too silent. Their kimono was pristine despite the rain, and their posture was unnervingly rigid. "Are you all right?" he asked again, his voice now tinged with unease. The figure tilted its head, stepping closer. In the dim lantern light, Ren could finally make out their face, or rather, the lack of one. Where features should have been, there was only smooth, pale skin, as though their face had been erased by some unseen hand. Ren's breath caught in his throat. His legs screamed to run, but his body was frozen. The Nopperabō took another step closer, the sound of its bare feet on the wet road echoing unnaturally. "What do you want from me?" Ren stammered. The Nopperabō raised a hand, pointing toward Ren's lantern. Its movements were deliberate, as if mocking his futile attempt to keep the darkness at bay. And then, without a word, it simply turned and walked into the trees, vanishing into the night as if it had never been there. Ren stumbled back to his village, trembling and soaked to the bone. He shared his tale, but the villagers only shook their heads. "The Nopperabō doesn't harm," an elder explained, "but it does remind us of what we fear most, being forgotten, being alone." Ren would later learn that the Nopperabō's appearances were more than chance. It was said to seek out those burdened by guilt or shame, confronting them with the hollow emptiness they feared within themselves. Its silence spoke volumes, a chilling reminder of the fragility of identity and the weight of human regret. Even now, travelers claim to see it, standing at crossroads, sitting on bridges or kneeling by streams. A solitary figure that in a moment of revelation reminds them that some faces are better left unseen.